Hello, good day to you. We're here again to discuss about Microsoft Excel and to learn about how to use it. So last time we discussed about how to open a Microsoft Excel and how to create a shortcut or a link in the taskbar. So now we're here again, and as you can see we have the Excel in the taskbar, so we just need to click on that link and it will open the Microsoft Excel application. Okay, so you don't have to look at the start menu and browse to a lot of things. You don't even have to look at the desktop. Okay, so if you can see that our worksheet is not really at full size or a full screen, so this is how the Windows really functions. Okay, if the last time, okay, like for this one we were trying to close the application while it's in full screen, so when you try to open it again, you will notice that the application will be opening in full screen. Okay, so because we closed it while the application is in full screen, now we'll try to minimize the screen, and we open it, close it like that, and then now try to open it. As you can notice, the application is not open in full screen. Okay, so let's do it again. Let's try it. Have it in full screen, close it, and then try to open the application again. So as you can see, it's now in full screen. So as I mentioned earlier, Windows will remember the size of the application, or the Windows size of the application when you last closed it. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we have the recently opened files. So see, we have here book 1 and book A. Okay, so the first one we save as, you just click on save, so we have it as the original file name. So when you save it last time, we click save as and have it as book A. Okay, so now we open book A. So as a review, we have a number of rows and number of columns. So a number of rows is 1,048,576 rows, and we have 16,384 columns. Okay, so again 16,384 columns, so that's quite a lot of data that we can enter in a worksheet. Okay, so if you can also remember the last time, we have this here, the formula bar. So right there is where we can, or basically type the formulas, or we can edit formulas. It also shows us the content of an active cell or the selected cell. Okay, so we can use that to edit the content of that cell. So let's, for example, here we type in cell C5, so just mentioning the name of the active cell. Okay, so you can notice the content of the active cell. So as we type in cell C5, so you have you can see in the formula bar what's selected. Okay, if you try to select multiple cells, it will show you the leftmost or the upper leftmost value of the series of cells selected. Okay, so like here we have 2 cells that we select, but it's still showing cell C5. Oh, sorry, rather the one that we selected. Okay, the first one we selected will be what will be shown in the formula bar, regardless of how many cells we select, because that is still the active cell. Okay, we also have below the tab split box. So well, it's not really that important to know the name, but it's good to know at least. But more importantly, we should know how to use it. Okay, so as I'm showing it to you, this one should function as a way for us to select, and active worksheet. Okay, if for example we'd have multiple worksheets, then sometimes it's already not visible, so you have to scroll through the available sheet tabs. Okay, so this is like, for example, we have one folder, then we have different tabs within that folder. So this is how it functions. Okay, it separates one worksheet from the other. Okay, if we have a lot of tabs available, and like for example we drag this tab split box, and so you can see that the arrows or the tab scrolling buttons are enabled, so you can click on that so that it will show the other available sheet tabs. Okay, so now we can drag this tab split box again, just to show all the sheets that are available. Okay, see, as long as it can be shown here, then it will not you don't need to move these scroll boxes. Okay, so we have this column headings. So the columns is from A to column XFD, so that's 16,384 columns. Okay, so from column A to XFD. Okay, and the number of rows, well, it's numbered. The columns is in letters and the rows is in numbers. So the last row is 10,485,746 rows. Okay, so again, active cell is the cell that we have selected. Okay, this cornermost portion, when we click on that part, then the whole worksheet will be selected. Okay, so when we click on that, then from column A to XFD will be selected, and from 1 up to the end most part of our row. Okay, so as you can see, all is selected here. That is what happens when we click on that upper leftmost part of our worksheet. So it's like we're doing a select all. Okay, so you don't have to click and drag to everything, so it's automatically selecting the entire worksheet. Another option to do that, if you want to select, actually is Control Shift arrow right and arrow down. So it's selecting the whole column and then selecting the whole rows. So Control Shift right and then Control Shift down. Okay, if you do that, then you will be selecting the entire worksheet, similar to pressing the upper leftmost part of our worksheet earlier. Okay, so pressing on Control Shift would allow us to select the last cell with active data or with data. Okay, so if during selection we have, like for example here we have data in cell C5, so as you saw, the selection will end as long as we have either it's all blanks or and reaches a cell with information, or we select cells with data and then it reaches a blank content. Okay, so these are the sheet tabs again. This one we call the tab scrolling buttons, those ones which we have enabled. So we have the column headings and the row headings. um, it's always good to know the names of the things that we are working on in Excel. It doesn't, well, we don't really have to remember them all, but we have to know how we are able to use them when we need to use them. Okay, or it helps when you're trying to give instruction to other people that you know their names. So we're still on our the initial part of our series, so we're just familiarizing ourselves with Microsoft Excel. So that will be all. Thank you. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Please add in the comments, and I will try to answer them all. So this will be all for now. So please send your comments, and I'll try to answer them.